Yes, you actually woke up early this time. So yeah, if what it's a lot better than my room, I can tell you that. You can see the floor in your room. You can't see the floor in my room.
You can see the floor in my room.
Hmm. I see the little toes, the toe beans, like is sticking out from behind the bed. So it's like, nope, that's not a cat, that's a dog. Yeah, I do see that as well too. Let's see. Gonna finish off like so. How lads last is and then be badasses here for another week. Unfortunately, no, like such as Alchemy last week. That's very unfortunate because like I did. Yeah, sorry, it's
Yeah.
because I did. Well, I believe at least able to hear you. Chat. Are you able to hear John Brockman? We got also got like make sure that that's yes. Nope. Okay. Wait, Joe McClure. What? Can you hear us? Yes, I'm talking now. Can you hear us? Mic check. Professional
There.
streamer moment.
Oh, probably because it was trying to use these things, and they're old and they suck.
Oh, so we couldn't hear. So they couldn't hear you, John Brockman, because like OBS was picking up the wrong microphone.
That's what it seems like. Or just no
Uh,
microphone at all. I have no idea.
yeah, there we go. Okay, Joe McClure is able to hear you now. It's like,
Okay.
and Bethro is able to hear me. So if they're able to hear me, they probably can hear Isaiah too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Um,
because
can hear
that's
you,
coming
John.
through my computer audio, both of you.
yes,
Same stream.
yeah, except. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's enough like a text for now. Now I'm going to be sharing around the things like then so it's just alchemy. So yes, hello Joe Glory, hello Mithro. How's everyone doing? Isaiah and like Brockman, how are both of you doing?
I'm doing
I'm good.
okay.
Well, I'm good. I'm thinking, I'm waiting to hear back from this girl that I'm talking to about going. I asked her, I kind of asked her out on a date, but it's more of like a friend kind of thing. It's not a
Yeah.
romantic thing yet. And I asked her, did she want to see the Christmas lights in Dorothy Oven Park? Because we have a park here in Tallahassee called Dorothy Oven Park.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they put on like a Christmas light display. And I asked her, does she want to go see that? You know,
Ah, nice. That does sound very cool. Hi, Kirok. There we go. I said hi. I know you're joking, Kirok. So yeah, I'm just so the last week was all right, just another typical week. Nothing like special, nothing exciting happened. But like I didn't work yesterday because like um yeah, this week is obviously Thursday is National Day of Gluttony, and then like Friday, locally it's Black Friday, but it's also Native American Heritage Day. As like also November is apparently like Indigenous Peoples Month. To which, as Joy the Indigenous Heritage would say, every month is the Indigenous Peoples Month. Every day is the Native American Heritage Day. Just like
I
how
mean, the
like
genocide is ongoing every day, so yeah.
yeah, there's
Oh, we
only
just
that.
got demonetized. Were we ever monetized? No.
No,
no. Do we
no,
care?
no,
No.
no. So we
But
we
they're
are
definitely
among
never
the
going to give us back the comments.
Probably not, unfortunately. So, like, sadly, reach out to me on like social media if you got comments on what happened in the show. But that's why the payments for like this social justice alchemy is done through our patrons. They gave us money each month, so thank you to the Fuck Boys, Joe, Marty, Von Rack, Ely, Mithril. Who you give us money for this sort of thing too.
But,
Be-
I know a lot of you guys don't like Thanksgiving. Sorry, did I interrupt? Did I
no,
interrupt,
go ahead, go
John?
ahead, go ahead, go
My
ahead.
bad. I'm sorry. No, I was saying as I've said every year I've been on this stream, I know a lot of people don't like Thanksgiving, especially Joey and his people don't like it.
Mhm. They're
But
people.
but thankfully my birthday falls either on or around Thanksgiving, so you can celebrate my birthday instead.
Hmm. No, you can just like call it just like Family Day or something like that as well too. But like,
Yeah.
if you're forced to have to like interact with your family, and if you don't have to, you don't have to. And I was like, I it kind of cool for you. And like, I don't know if like we are going to do a family thing like this thing. We actually usually do, and so it's just like sure. And I just try not to like bring up like topics as well too. If it happens, it happens. But like
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Um
I don't really have that problem since most of my family, well, my adopted family usually agree with me politically.
mhm.
So I usually,
My brother Caleb is the closest one to me, and even he's not a communist. Um, my
Well,
parents
the
are dyed-in-the-wool Fox News Republicans.
yes, yes. So, you see, that's the important thing. Is like most of my family are not like communists either. My older sibling is a leftist. They definitely are like anti-capitalist for sure. So too. My younger brother, yeah, we were talking about him. He's a fascist. Older, but like my father votes for the Thuglikins, not for Trump, but votes for the Thuglikins. So
Which
I,
means he's
do
voting for
you,
the Thuglikins, and for
do
Trump.
yeah,
you and
exactly.
your,
Yes.
Jonathan, do you and your father have like, I guess like pensive conversations about your politics, or does he like want to like listen to what you have to say, and he just has like rebuttals, or is it more you guys just like shout at each other and like what
I do my typical thing. I mean, if you remember, like 4 years ago, there was a time that like I will interject my politics into like whatever conversation there is happening. I somewhat still do that today, but I've learned to like for a time and place for it. This is a Fortnite channel, a Fortnite stream. They want no politics, so yeah, I'm not going to bring in my politics in that sort of thing too. I don't want to be banned from chat. But no, I have had conversations with my father when I was drunk, in fact, one time, and just
Hmm.
being me, just like going on anarchist propaganda. My dad is like polite when he like disagrees with me, and that's about it. But he also has personally said to me he thinks it's best we don't talk about politics. I just know he doesn't vote for Trump, but I'm sure he does vote for the Republicans, does voting for Trump. So it's like, and I think I know, like I said before, I think because of like how my older sibling does not talk to our father, I think that's why he doesn't want to talk politics with me, knowing where I am. I personally don't talk politics with my mother because I love my mother and she accepts me for being non-binary. So like, I don't want to like ruin that relationship as well too. I honestly don't think she's interested too about the politics. She understands I'm very caring and very
Tell me
compassionate.
that she's white without telling me that she's white.
She is white, yes. She at least recognized her privilege. She did post something on like the day George Floyd was murdered about like she recognized her white privilege there. So it's like so she's not terrible and horrible. Again, she accepts me, so it's just like I think it's best that like I don't talk politics with my mother to like maintain that relationship. My older brother, my oldest brother, fortunately, he's just a liberal. Not definitely hates the Republicans, so there's that. But like still just a liberal. Doesn't understand socialism. Definitely does not understand anarchism too. And how David Scott has been so long.
Skog! Hold on a second. I'll be right there. Just give me a second.
I know what you're gonna do. He haven't even said the pun yet.
It doesn't matter. See, no. Oh wait, where's? Oh,
Should
I
I
can't.
do it?
I can't put it. I can't. There we go. Just for 1 minute.
That's right. The YouTube has now before when we time out person is only timing out for like 5 minutes. That's it. And no other
Now we have a choice. You can put someone in
now
timeout for
there's a
10
choice.
seconds or 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
This also now when you add someone as a mod, they can either be a
Or
standard
24
mod.
hours. Wow.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can ban it for a long time. If you it can be a standard mod or a managing mod. That's where the managing mod has like powers like to like time someone out specifically for as little as 17 seconds or something like that. Yes, we censored like David Scott. We silenced David Scott. It's because we like to toy with him as well too. Well, he usually says
He usually
he's
makes terrible puns and then I put him in timeout. But it's just for
no,
fun.
no, no. Well, some of them are terrible puns, but some of them are really good puns. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
He has a very good command of the English language. He's very well spoken.
Yes, and yes, he's Swedish too.
Yep. He lives in a haunted church.
Yes, it is. I can feel the love. I'm glad you do. Speaking of love, actually, no, that's a terrible transition as well too. But I think I'm going to start off the what to start off with. No, let's go with something like a bit of current news. I guess thankfully Matt Gaetz isn't going to be our Attorney General because like
Actually,
'cause
no, that would have been good because he's got to be incredibly, ridiculously incompetent.
I mean, I guess, yeah, because that's the rest of the cabinet picks. The fact that like Trump has picked Marco Rubio, an actual politician, to be ahead of something, it's just like I'm actually a little surprised by that. But still, Marco Rubio is a terrible piece of shit, like Thuggelkin
Oh,
as
yeah.
well too. But like all the rest of the picks of like, yeah, Robert F. Kennedy, a anti-vaxxer, is going to be head of the FDA or like Department of Health. Like it's a big, large like organization. Just some random politician is going to be the head of the Defense Department, if I remember, is like
Yeah.
either all terrible picks. It's like, and why is because look, Matt Gaetz is the interesting one because like not only did he drop from Congress, he just like he resigned from Congress as well too, and it's
Or
probably
he just
because
decided not to rerun.
no, he's out of office. He's resigned himself from office, so he's not even like going to like serve out the rest of his term and stuff like.
We also have a
It's
lot of Zionists too.
no,
Oh,
Trump
of
does.
course.
Yeah, so that's like was going to be the what department of Kid Rock and Hulk Hogan would like to first. I when someone said like Hulk Hogan's going to be like the department of something something like the ambassador to whatever, I was laughing, but then lol sobbed. I was like, that is very probable.
That is
After all,
something that could happen.
yes. After all, Linda McMahon is like the head of the Department of Education, if I remember correctly. It's just like, yeah. Again, she's in the cabinet that she was before. Vince is probably going to get a position as well, as I don't know which. It's like it's all coming out. It's like teaching is
Labor.
fun
He's going
part.
to be Department of Labor or head of the NLRB.
Oh yes, that's to
That
be
I
the
mean, I have no confirmation about that. No reason
yeah,
to
same
believe
here.
that, but I mean, come on. That's what Vince
Yeah,
McMahon is known for.
yeah, exactly. I mean, what other terrible I'm sure who's head of the EPA is just like terrible and like will actually drink gasoline if you dare him to and say, "Look, it is safe. I'll prove it." Well, go. I guess it's definitely some not only someone that's like so pro fracking that they'll say, no, everyone should have like fracking. Everyone should have like be done fracking is like this. Micro Department of Labor. Oh God, that would actually happen. And it's just like, yeah, I like him in dirty jobs. When I found out about his actual politics, fuck him. Kevin Sorbo, the Department of like religion
Religious
or something
freedom.
like that. Yes. After all, they created something else, which or you can't. No, the president doesn't actually have the power to create a new department. That has to be done by Congress. But the Donald
Yeah.
Trump has put Elon Musk and like Vivek Ramaswamy in charge of Doge.
The
What
Department
the
of
hell?
Government Exception. It's basically they're just going to say, "Hey, we want you to cut this program because it's inconvenient for me financially."
Yeah, I can't stand Mike Rohr. I feel like he has a very patronizing attitude
Oh
towards,
yes.
yeah. He's like, "Why do you want to work astronomy when you could just be a custodian?" It's like, I can be both.
Because space is
And yet,
fun, fucker.
and it's just like
Yeah, I mean, well, see, he's like one of those people that says he hates the idea of young people like wanting to do like art, like graphic design. Yet he had a show
Hmm.
where people basically with cameras followed him around doing shitty work. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like Bill Maher from back in the day when
Oh
Bill
yeah.
Maher started to turn into an asshole. He was like,
Well,
"Why
he
are
was
these
always an
Suddenly,
kids?"
asshole.
no. Bill Maher was always an asshole.
Well, he's like, he's like, why do these kids want to be influencers? But it's like, dude, you talk in front of a camera for a living. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? You
No,
just,
no, he hates that because he's threatened that they're going to take his job.
yeah, well,
Old
yeah,
man yells at cloud. The cloud.
Yep. Yeah. I see what you did there. Yeah, I imagine like if Micro does dirty jobs again, but it's like instead he's interviewing bosses, the people who are doing the dirty jobs. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Is
yeah,
so it's
you
just like
know,
so that was kind of so but also not so not only is like Matt Gates actually not going to even go into the Senate confirmation hearing because there were 4 Republican senators that said no, we're not voting for the guy because even for the Republicans, they're fascists, but they have standards. They were weirded out by Matt Gates, who was showing videos of some of his sexcapades of like the
With
orgy it's had.
underage girls.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so
I mean,
Kirok
if
is
he had
mentioning
been
that.
married to the underage girls, it would have been different.
Oh, yes, they would have. They maybe some Thugkins would still have a problem with that, but they will understand it more because she's had to do her wifely duties as well
Mhm.
too. And so Kirok is mentioning about like getting another drink, and like it's 1 p.m. for him in like Nebraska where he lives. So it's
It's
like
5
so
o'clock
there's that.
somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, but like as he says, to ease the pain to enjoy life as well too. But that brings up the question I did want to bring up because like Kirok and I were discussing this on my stream yesterday, a lot of the various things, but also Kirok and I have a bet. No, let's be clear about this, and Kirok can correct me. The bet is that he thinks that like the majority of social justice alchemy, which is like you and like I said, Kirak already knows where I stand on the question, and as well the majority of the chat. So it's going to be David, Joe, and like Mithro. He thinks that like you guys are going to agree with him on this question. Well, I'm certain that like you're all going to agree with me on this question. Is alcohol or booze a drug? I
It's a
say
drug.
yes, it is.
It is
Isaiah?
100% a drug. It's a chemical that affects your brain's activity. It's a chemical that affects your body activity. Okay? It's
yeah,
not
it's a
it's not
drug.
something that you metabolize. That's not what it's for. It's for altering. It's a chemical that alters your mood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
It's a drug.
drug.
it's a poison, in fact. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a drug. And like Mithril and Joe agrees with me. That's like 4 out of 5. Well, it's just David. That's at least 4 out of 5, Kirok. So
Yeah.
like you can pay me the $5 once you get paid on December 5th, as we has already established. But that
As
was
somebody
like
who's gone through withdrawal from alcohol on several occasions, it's a fucking drug.
now Kirok, you were already publicly stating a lot of things to me yesterday, some of which are concerned would be. Are you also in my streams is like kind of like a public as well too? Are you also willing to like retell or I retell? Yeah, I agree. It's a certain substance, and substance includes drugs as well too, just like caffeine's a drug as well too.
Oh,
Um, it does
substance in
alter the
chemistry refers to elements,
yeah,
compounds,
yeah,
mixtures,
yeah,
which means it refers to basically any physical stuff.
true.
But yeah,
So yes, like, it is a substance. Like I saw a lot of things. I mean, wouldn't jelly beans also count as a substance as well? But like that semantic that
honey's a
definition you gave.
substance. Semen's
Yes.
a substance.
Oh yes, definitely. Polymucrosaccharide. Yes, I happen to know that term right off the top of my head.
The
Thanks to
ghosts
listen to
living in David Scogg's haunted church, not a substance.
right, exactly. They're not actually physically there. Not even ectoplasm, whichever the hell that is. If ectoplasm is actually like a physical, tangible thing we can touch and like a diagnose and just like that,
And
I
if we
agree.
can
Like
analyze it physically, then it's a substance.
Yes, as Joe says, coffee is a drug. I won't disagree with that either.
Well, the caffeine is a drug, and
I
coffee
agree.
is the mechanism for delivering the drug.
Yeah, it's too cold in that moment. So I'm not living there. Okay. It's yeah. So I don't. I honestly, yeah, I don't know why Kirok doesn't think that like a booze is drug. But Kirok, if you can hear me, I'll wait for 30 seconds for the reply. Are you okay with me divulging what you said on my stream yesterday about how much alcohol you consume? Because that legitimately does concern me with how much alcohol you consume, as well as like the
Well,
reason why you consume. Sure, he said sure. So it took a while to figure it out because I was a little confused. And hello, Lucidia. Thank you for coming
so
here. Oh,
yeah,
Lucidia. I'm going to retell like part of the conversations I had with Kirok yesterday on my stream, and Kirok doesn't care. So like I'll also ask further questions if it's okay to divulge other like personal information you want to like share as well too. So like let me know if like it's too personal for you, something like that. But like no, so it took a while to figure out what Kirok was meaning about how much alcohol he consumes, but he has confirmed because basically he mixes things. He will mix like Hot Phillips, which is like upper end of like a cinnamon whiskey, I guess. But it's 100 proof. Okay, that's like he will mix it with cream soda. That does sound like an interesting like a drink. I will try it. One or two, that's fine.
mhm.
But how much he consumes in a week is 750 milliliter bottles of Hot Phillips a week at 100 proof.
That sounds like a handle a day.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
half.
says he does that. Well, yes, it's legal, but that's the strange fact that it's a drug.
Yeah, there's lots of things that are drugs that are legal. Tylenol.
Yeah, acetaminophen's a drug.
Cough
Aspirin's a
medicine,
drug. Yes, the old drugs.
Robitussin.
Yep.
Yes, Benadryl is a drug.
Mhm.
It's like opiates can be legally prescribed. That is a legal drug. That's a legal drug that kills,
Yep.
especially in like enough doses and high enough doses.
And see, 750 mils.
So we also Groundhog 2010 also came to my stream yesterday. Rare appearance of Groundhog 2010 on Twitch. That's really cool. But like we established that like what counts as a drink, a standard drink, it's like a 12-ounce bottle of beer that's 5% alcohol, or 5-ounce glass of wine that's about 12% of alcohol, or one shot or 1 ounce or
One and a
30
half ounces.
milliliters. 1.5 ounces of hard liquor, usually anything that's like 80 proof or more. And proof is like double the percentages. So it's 40% is
Yeah.
80 proof.
Yeah.
So
Because at
Kirok does
100 proof, roughly, it can start to be set on fire.
yes, I think 80 proof, but like yeah. Oh well, you're the chemist, so you should know.
Well, no, I was a frat boy. That's
I mean, my oldest brother did also while drunk, and he learned his lesson. He should have learned his lesson, but he didn't that day. Do not go drinking after you gave blood.
Oh yeah, he probably had an
He lit
unpleasant
his
day.
hair on fire. He mistakenly he was incorrect on how to demonstrate taking a flaming shot. He blew on it, got his hand on fire, and then oh, I need to put it out. It's like and lit his hair on fire. There are some people who never met him for the first time that day. They only know him as the guy who lit his hair on fire.
Check it out. I can rub my tummy and set my hair on fire.
So Kirok is bringing how many of you lost people you love, people, and how many of you like have kids who like bury your grandkids? We're not making fun. Oh well,
No.
I was making fun of my oldest brother for like.
I mean, and I'll make fun of myself in the past. Not making fun of you here for.
Yeah.
But that is a concerning amount of alcohol to drink every week.
Yes, because like again, as the healthy limit is according
Well,
to people,
technically
healthy...
there is no healthy limit.
I agree. It's a poison.
Yeah.
But definitely
but something that isn't concerning is going to be basically 2, maybe 3 drinks a night.
Yes, and no more than 14 standard drinks in a week as well
Yeah.
too, spread out. So it's like, so even if you think, oh, 2 or 3 drinks a like night, that's fine. Just like you have 3 drinks each night. It's like no, that's like 24
That's
and
still a
21.
little too much because you're getting a solid buzz going every night, and that's easy to
Yeah,
accelerate.
yes, it is. And so 6 fifths, 750 milliliters of like 100 proof like liquor as well too. Uh, it's at 30 ounce, 30 milliliters. It's like that's 25 standard drinks in just one bottle, and that's 6 bottles across the week. That's 150 standard drinks in one
I
week.
I drank
Mm.
I drank a whole like glass of New Amsterdam vodka one time in one sitting.
12
And how
ounces.
did you feel?
Sorry,
So that's 12 ounces. Or is it a tumbler or a pint glass?
it's like it was like one of those like
Taller glass.
this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
tall glass.
so let's see. That's is that 12 or 16 ounces? I think that's 12.
Maybe. And I thought it was like actual vodka, like a
So
80 proof
that's 8
vodka.
shots. So that's a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is. So
Yeah,
how do you feel it?
I got pretty messed up, to be honest.
I don't doubt.
I don't
And my
doubt.
stomach was hurting, so I'm probably not gonna do that. I
Yeah.
may do it. I may do it when I hang out with some of my friends for my birthday and
Hmm.
That's
coming
something that
up.
you.
But
It's not smart to binge at any time.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
but if you're gonna do it with friends there to take care of you, so that if you
Yes.
get stupid drunk and start vomiting, they can make sure you don't puke, that you don't.
Yeah.
oh, I've never vomited. I've never vomited.
Well,
Never.
same here, luckily.
Yeah, I've never
I
done
cannot
it.
say the
So
same.
Mm.
well,
It's
like I work in a town with a bunch of college students, so like sometimes when I'm like walking by some of the nightclubs, you'll see like Chipotle that
mm.
was regurgitated. So
Oh yeah.
like you see some stuff, but I've never vomited after getting blackout drunk.
I I think
I've always
I
just went to bed.
well, the thing is, like, if you do like drink after a night drinking for whatever reason, like celebration party, something like that, if you drink your weight in water and eat something before you go to bed, you should like mitigate the some of the hangover effects as well too.
Don't drink your weight in water.
Hmm.
Drink a lot of
Oh,
water.
Okay.
Rehydrate.
Okay.
Don't drink
I
hundreds of
told
pounds of
them.
water.
Okay, fair. Drink a lot of water to make sure that you are hydrated at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
I've told them that I could stay the night. You know, if things get a bit too tipsy, I can just stay the night. So
Oh yeah, definitely. If you've been drinking, you should not be like driving afterwards as well too. And like, yeah, Lucy, that's fair that you had only like total of 2 alcoholic drinks in their entire lives because like it's a poison.
It's
As
not for
like
everyone. I mean,
yeah,
exactly.
if you're straight edge because you're a Christian and you're a piece of shit about it, something like that, then
Mm.
just shut up. But if it's just not
Yes.
something that appeals to you, that's fine.
like I do gummies too, and you know they help me with my anxiety, and it also makes music and television just more fun.
Hmm.
Damn, like 10 meets in like 90 minutes outside, and it was like 103 outside. Yeah, Joe McClure, that sounds like bad times. And Joe McClure has done pub crawls before as well at like
Hmm.
rent fairs and stuff like that. So, uh,
Oh
so
man.
but no, it's like so.
No,
Kira has
don't get drunk at a Ren Fair. Do shrooms at a Ren Fair. That would be a one
Oh,
weird ass trip.
that
Yeah,
would be.
I can
I
imagine. For me, maybe it would be like Black Knight, the movie with Martin Lawrence. If like
Oh my God, I remember that movie. Never seen it, but I
yeah,
know about it. Martin Lawrence. Basically, that's Isekai. Martin Lawrence goes from like the modern day, like America into like medieval Europe as well too. And I have
right.
fire. He shows up his lighter. It's like, we
Yeah,
have fire.
or when they're playing all like they're playing dance to the music, but none of those instruments could ever make those tunes because those tunes haven't been invented yet.
Maybe you could get some things with loot, but that's about it. But no, so Kirok kind of Kirok alluded to in the live chat. Yes, and so he has mentioned his grandson. They had to bury like about like not too long ago, like had the
Mhm.
funeral like a week or two ago, something like that. But like I guess like Kirok doesn't mind me sharing this as well too. But like the part of he has said the reason why he drinks as much as he does it at home. He never does it at work. He's sober at work, and he's sober on his drive to and from work. So it's like, but he drinks at home to numb the pain. He says he has physical pain, which I can understand because like many of our friends have like a physical chronic pains as well too. That's not easy to deal with. Even when you do see physical doctors, it's not easy to do it. People have to like find out which painkillers actually works for them. Not every painkiller works for them. It
That's
it's but
no.
no, that's not how
That's not how it
Kirok-
works.
yeah.
Some
No,
people
that
are
actually,
more susceptible to alcoholism. Some people are less.
Mhm.
But
that just tells me you do have the genes for addiction, Kirok.
yeah,
This is serious because like that is it is prevalent amongst like Irish people, Scottish people, and indigenous people.
yeah.
I can understand it honestly with the like traumatic and generational things that like has happened. And I agree with Joe McCoy. That's a dangerous reason to drink as well.
Yeah, yeah, because it's something that it's not a way of processing it. It's a way
Yes.
of ignoring it.
That's why I said exactly yesterday that like trying to like numb the physical pain or the emotional pain. He has mentioned his loss of his grandson that's been compounded with like I think Kirok has not gone over the death of his father. His father died when his father was 47 in 2001 to cancer. So when Kirok was 24 and Kirok is now 47. So and also Kirok shared that he like lost his girlfriend in 2009. I don't know the details about that, but it's just like that's the emotional pain that like Kirok wants to numb. And Kirok, that statement concerns me about you because like as well as how you said this on my stream as well, content warning for like triggering thoughts. You have said that like you some days you wish you don't wake up then tomorrow. That is a concerning thought too. Now the Kirok says he's like too scared or like as he described chicken shit to like go through other means, which I again won't mention because it is triggering to like mention directly certain things as well too. And in fact, my friend Jimmy J had to delete a message that like Kirok said in the chat, even as a joke. I don't want to like joke about that as well too. And so yeah, Kirok, I wish for you to like seek help. If physical pain, go see the physician, a doctor, or pain management specialist, and hope they don't prescribe you with opiates. It's like you have a good like instinct to like don't trust pills as well too, but like
There are other options.
Yes.
And that much booze every week, especially if it continues, if you don't stop it sometime soon, is really, really not a good thing.
Yeah.
It months ago, Kirok, someone else like also reached out to me privately because they have also dealt with like addiction and alcoholism, and I think specifically alcoholism, but they're both addictions anyway. They have like got a sense from you based on like this kind of conversation, not even knowing how much you were drinking back then, that you probably do have alcoholism and are in denial of it.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I don't know
with
how
them.
long it's been going on, but just that quantity is unhealthy,
Yes,
dangerous. It's
it's
a concern in and of itself.
it's just physically unhealthy to consume that amount of alcohol as well too. Liver disease is no joke, Kirok. You're drinking that much is no joke because you were you mentioned that your dad died of cancer, and it seemed to be like just like wasn't because he was smoking. It's not lung cancer. It's just like cancer. But fortunately, the sad truth is, some of us would have like unlucky genetics and like lose the genetic lottery and get predisposed cancer and can die at an early age. Many people have died in their 30s or 40s because of cancer. I wish that we can cure it. I wish we can like fight it. I wish we can eradicate it. But like just like how sometimes, unluckily, some people get car accidents. My biological grandfather died in like a train accident because it was a foggy night. He didn't see the red flashing lights. They've gotten better since then, but this was like the 50s. And when my dad was 2. And so my dad still kind of carries that like wound as well too. And my dad's stepdad didn't help things. I don't even know my like dad's stepdad real name because my dad only refers to him as DP, his initials. And my his like younger brother, my uncle, only refers to him as that man. That's all I need to know. I know of other specifics. But I'm not going to share that. I shouldn't share too much personally about my family members that they're not like that they didn't consent to. I should say. Um, but like it is sad truth of like life that like death is certain, it's time uncertain, and even for like things that we cannot control, it could happen to the people we love. You, Kurok, you could stop drinking alcohol, period, or stop drinking as much as you're doing, and you couldn't extend your life. You shouldn't have to kill yourself with liver disease. I know you're saying that you were trying to numb the pain, physical and emotional, but I, I, if there's like enough is enough is after one full bottle of like 100 proof alcohol in a night, that is still too much. And people are mentioning that drugs are not inherently bad and like pills are not inherently bad, which is why it is best to seek the advice of a medical practitioner, MD, medical doctor, or even a board certified psychiatrist. Psychologists cannot prescribe drugs. Psychiatrists can prescribe drugs. But either one for like your physical pain or even your emotional pain, or maybe you have like other issues that you've been like hiding from or running from or like and not dealing with. Go ahead, Isaiah.
No, I was saying, I was going to say that when I was first getting like diagnosed with my depression, quote unquote, so I had a doctor recommend, risperidol because
Hmm.
I guess it was supposed to help with being autistic and depression, but
Hmm.
it didn't help me with anything. I was just,
Hmm.
well, first I would have to take 3 trips out just to go see the therapist,
Hmm.
you know, spend 45 minutes with this guy and
Hmm.
then take 2 buses just to get the medication.
Yeah.
So it would be a whole day affair, and it
Yeah.
didn't and it didn't make me feel any better because all I was just
Hmm.
doing is just taking medication just to make me feel better. And I've come to the belief that there's no such thing as medication that makes one feel better. Some
Hmm.
people are just more adapted to depression than others. Depression was never in my family's line. At least I don't remember my mom or my dad or any other part of my family having to deal with it.
Hmm.
That being said, I'm sure there was some stigma behind it
Hmm.
because A, black folks,
Hmm.
us, and
Yep.
then B, depression and mental health was still stigmatized even
Oh yeah.
in the early 2000s. So
Hmm.
I never observed my mom going through depression. I
Hmm.
never observed my dad going through depression, and my dad was ex-military. So
Yeah.
I don't believe that there's a drug that cures depression. I don't think that
Hmm.
exists. I think depression is worsened a lot in our society because our society is set up to be very toxic to our brains.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
kind of
Highly
what a late
atomized,
stage.
individualized,
Yep.
Hmm.
capitalistic bullshit where we're
Yep. Yep.
struggling every day just to stay alive. We're alone.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And when you throw in toxic masculine bullshit where we're not allowed to touch anyone except the person we're having sex with, there's no
Yeah.
Yeah.
platonic physical contact unless you're drunk.
Oh yeah.
I will
Yeah.
say that autistic people are probably more adapt to it because we tend to be alone just
Mm.
anyway,
Yeah.
and we tend to keep to ourselves, and we tend to live by a routine, so it kind of doesn't really affect us all that much, at least for people like me.
Mm.
But yeah, I decided to stop taking risperidol because I had a friend of mine say that I should take it, and I was like, well, why am I taking this for your benefit? This should be for
Mhm.
my benefit, and I wasn't getting a benefit from it, so that's why I switched to gummies. And
Yeah.
now and since I've switched to gummies, I
Mm.
have not had a suicidal thought in
Mm.
several years. I have not felt horrible about my life, even when I had no job.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, THC and gummies help me, and I've actually talked to people who were former Army vets that said it helped them a lot. The CBD did,
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
I
yeah, I
mean,
think you know.
y- I do have like a family member that does have like some physical pain and like to help ease it that kind of like I think it's like chronic physical pain because their bodies are broken, basically. They do like smoke some like pot as well too, but kind of like once. And they were responsible about it because they'll tell their partner, my older sibling, that I'm just going to go outside to like smoke some pot, and she does. They do it outside, away from the children, and like it's just like. Maybe once a day, maybe twice a day, as or two. I don't know how much pot they're consuming, but it does seem to like help them. So I can, but yet that even if people can try weed and it's not for everyone, either for like try to get high because some people do have bad experiences with pot and weed, or
Yeah.
try to ease the pain. It works for some people, or it helps calm them down if they have anxiety or nervous issues as well too. But like some people doesn't work because we're all different. All of our bodies are different, and
It
like
works. It works for me as long as I take
mhm,
a dose that doesn't make me drowsy,
yeah,
where I can't get any of my work done. I think that's what I struggle with. But listening to music or watching, like for example, like I can take some gummies and like seeing the Enterprise A, like or seeing the Enterprise back out of Starbase from Star Trek
nice.
3 is the
Mm,
is the most badass visual effect ever I've seen in a movie, and it's so good when you watch it high. But if it's
yeah.
so like if I take too many where I can't finish the movie, that's the problem.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And yeah, the John McClory, THC and other stronger psychoactives are very promising for mental health care. It's just sad that like they're not more study allowed because no, you cannot study those things. The government says so because the classification of like a type 2 like substance as well too, controlled substance.
Now, now,
Uh,
now, now, hold that thought, John.
mhm,
Jonathan, John.
mhm,
Sorry, and I hate to interrupt, but
no problem.
my THC is not. It doesn't help me cope with autism.
Yeah.
It helps, I guess, manage the stress of putting up with neurotypicals
Mm,
a lot. But in no way, shape, or form is it meant to like I guess cure my autism because
yeah.
I don't have a problem with being autistic. I have a problem
Right.
with ableism,
Yeah.
right? But I don't
And
have a
it,
problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
blackness is not the disease. White supremacy is the disease.
yes,
right. Yeah,
exactly. Hey, it's like Content Rex said. It's like I bet she has said this as well too. That like is not the fact that she is disabled is a problem. It's society being like ableist and not
yeah.
being accommodating to like
Yeah.
disabled people. That's the problem.
It's like people in
Uh,
wheelchairs need curb cuts, and it turns out curb cuts help a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, the people like the parents with strollers, for example, or even like people on skateboards and something like that. Because like if you miss the jump, then like you can really wreck yourself. But oh, there's a curb there, just go up the curb. That's easy. You can continue skateboarding. So the accessibility options have so many benefits, like so many people as well too. Like even video games, there's like in Fortnite, there's like a accessibility option for hearing impaired people as well too, either
Mhm.
hard of hearing or completely deaf. Whereas visualized sound effects, you can actually see where there will be like icon of like a chest or footsteps or like a gunshots as well too in this direction. And when you move around, that thing moves to like where the character is situated. It's actually so OP as they say that everyone uses it, even all the streamers use it, all the pro players use it because it is so beneficial to like hear footsteps as well too. Yeah, guns don't kill people. Like David, yeah, separate topic as well too. Um, but no, so it's like, and then Kirok, is if you're never going to like take pills ever because like you don't think like they'll help as well too. I mean, that's like no, booze does kill people, Kirok. You're wrong about that. You're flat out wrong. Alcohol poisoning is a real thing. That
Booze
actually
kills
does.
people a whole lot, all the time.
Yes.
Once again, I have to stress I've gone through withdrawal. I've had seizures due to withdrawal. It is painful. There have been days when I lay in bed suffering hallucinations because of withdrawal. And that's just the withdrawal portion of it. You drink enough, you'll go into an alcoholic coma and possibly die. Booze kills people. Just straight up.
Well, I'll even add to that, John. My dad used to drink a lot, and I actually was in the car when he hit another car.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean, drunk driving is no joke. It can kill people.
People get
It's
drunks, they get in fights. I mean, there's lots of ways, just the impairment of alcohol. because it fucks up your brain because it's a drug.
It's,
Whenever I've either been drunk or high, I've always just been more mellow. I was just
yeah,
like, I'm gonna
Like
put on some like Natalie Merchant and listen to Tiger Lily. You guys know who Natalie Merchant is, right?
I've
I
heard the
remember
name.
Natalie Merchant. Yeah,
10,000 Maniacs. It's
I'm not familiar with that song actually.
Well, it's a band. Okay,
Oh, okay.
okay, okay. I'm just mellow when I'm like under the influence. I'm like, I'm gonna put on some Björk. You guys do what you want. I'm gonna listen to Björk.
That's fine. That's fine. She is a white girl from Iceland. But like, it's so like, yeah, again, like, so Isaiah has shared that like the prescribed drugs that he takes doesn't work, or didn't work for him. Yeah, not every drug like works for old people.
Not only didn't it work, but some of the drugs that they were prescribing were what some of the mass shooters that committed all the
Oh,
I think the guy who did the Elliot Rodger guy. Uh, do we know? Everyone knows who that is, right?
The
yeah, we
Supreme
do.
Gentleman.
Yeah, like apparently he was on Risperidol and he was also like autistic and I'm just thinking I don't know what the difference in brain chemistry between me and him was, but because like I'm wondering whether it's people like Eric Harris or dealing like I wonder if their antidepressant medications further worsen their condition. I wonder.
Mhm. It's so here you can drink enough alcohol to kill yourself. So like I
Mhm.
understand that you think that you're
And
not killing
also,
anyone.
long term, the negative health consequences will kill you.
Yes, look up liver
Liver
disease. It is real.
disease, megalocardia,
Hmm.
cancer, just
Hmm.
Brain
esophageal.
damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Long-term drinking and like large quantity drinking does affect the brain. We have C scans about it. Even after just like 9 ounces of 9 beers, 9 full cans of beers in one sitting, we can see the brain scan of a person before they drink the 9 beers and after drinking 9 beers. We see noticeable difference. The alcohol does physically affect the brain. It is a drug. And so to deny all this, Kirog, is concerning how you're pushing it away and saying that like God, that I needed to like numb the pain, the physical pain and emotional pain. That's why
Alcohol
for
is
the
not good at either. It's not good for either. It shouldn't be used for either.
yeah,
You're just
that's
putting yourself to sleep and ignoring
you're not
death.
really yeah, you're not really even like putting yourself to sleep. You're just sedating yourself. That's not
Mm.
even sleep. Because like people who studies like sleep knows that like if you want to like help get to sleep,
Yeah,
uh,
you're not sleeping. You're unconscious, and
yeah, exactly. As that concerns me, like, do you feel right better right now? But like you're talking exactly like alcoholic that is running away from your problems, and you're crawling to the bottle to like hide from the world and hide from from the emotional pain and physical pain you feel. So it's like, which is why I suggested like to see a therapist, see a psychiatrist, see a psychologist, find a good one. Some people definitely have to like find multiple different ones. It's unfortunate to me that you said that couch time is a joke, and you have said in my DMs when I tried one clarification, why do you say couch time is a joke? You said someone in the suit is yapping at me for 30 minutes. How's that going to accomplish anything? Well, it won't
Um,
with that attitude.
as someone who is currently seeing a therapist that is a person of color, that is a woman, and that does work with people who are on the spectrum, it kind of helps a lot. I mean,
Hmm.
at least it helps getting it off your chest.
Yep, and there are like therapists and psychiatrists, psychologists that like specialize in grief management too, because like you have a good enough reason to see like a shrink like as right now because you just lost your grandson. You feel devastated about that, and the reason why you said so on my stream yesterday. You made a promise that like your children and grandchildren will never be hurt ever again. That they will never be hurt ever. And you say you personally failed at that, but with with your grandson, how did you fail? Because I don't think you personally did anything. I don't think you did. There's nothing that you did cause your grandson to pass. I think it was like unfortunate that your grandson was born with like medical conditions that took his life from us.
Hmm.
That's just a fact. So you you're holding yourself up to way too high of a standard that you could not keep. You were setting yourself up to failure with that promise, Kirok. And yeah, the CBT, not to confuse with like cock and balls torture, is cognitive behavior therapy is very helpful. There's also DBT, which is not dick and balls torture, is dialectical behavioral therapy. That can help some people too, but I think the cognitive behavioral therapy is like really what like therapists like kind of do. But like, but Kirok, that was always going to happen. It's a sad truth, but like, I don't think there's seriously nothing. I don't think there's anything you could have done to like save your grandson. And you personally were not responsible for his death either. So why do you feel like you are? You guys, you break the promise. This is serious, Kirok. As it is concerning that like you feel the way that you do, that you break a promise you couldn't hold, and so you desire not to wake up on the morning some mornings. That is concerning. That's like a very yet you I think I don't know if you claim that I am a nihilist. You have like said I sound like certain things and like compare me to like other horrible people as well too, but I'm not sure if you claim me to be a nihilist. I know other levels that say that I'm offering nihilism because I don't have faith in the Democratic Party because well, if you look at the recent election, I don't have faith in the Democrats. I don't think the Democrats are going to be in our best interest anyway, period. And even if they are in our best interest in like several things too, they're really bad at like protecting us or like incidents like that. Um, I guess that's the question. But like, why do you think you are alone in that? Maybe I know Joe McClory has like lost someone that he absolutely loved. And like Lucidia says, like, yes, Lucidia has like lost someone that like she absolutely loved. So it's like the Kurok, other alcoholics also say the same thing, that they feel like they are alone, that they're the only person that like has like suffered the way they suffered. That's part of the reason, and I know you hate the religious aspects of the Alcohol Anonymous, but that's part of the reason for group therapy.
Hmm.
It helps, is that
There are
you realize.
secular programs available. Maybe not in your area, but
Mhm.
online.
Yes, if you don't trust like someone in the suit yapping at you for 30 minutes for a paycheck, which is kind of interesting considering that like how you personally think that like people have to like able-bodied people have to like work in order to make a living, well then like why is like the therapist any different than anyone else who's working a job they have to do? But anyway, how about group therapy? You just sit around with other people like you and like hear their problems as well. I'm not going to share what you share with me, Kirok, but like that statement really concerns me. I'll just say that. It's just like it's along the similar lines, basically. I hope that doesn't happen, Kirok, because like this is nihilism. It's and yeah, yeah, find a community, even if it's
Hmm.
this one, honestly.
Yep.
Because like I repeatedly said this like yesterday. Yes, we have had our arguments. Yes, I have yelled at you for some of your political stances. Yes, I fervently disagree with you that like communism is like Stalinism and that like capitalism will like never go away. I personally hate that like statement because then my friends will forever suffer under capitalism because there's like because then they'll if the capitalists never go away, then they're forever going to be suffering on poverty. But I do care about you, Kurok. You may not believe that, but I do care about you. I don't want you to just like wish that you don't wake up. I I want for at least for your daughter who's still here with us, for your grandson who's still the other grandchild. You're saying like, yeah, you lost one grandchild. You still have another one. Live for them. And so it was one thing to be concerned to hear you say that like if you could not work your regular job, if like you're physically unable to work your job because the doctor says like you can't stop, you have to stop working, you cannot physically work or you're going to kill yourself by working, because that's something that Linequin was told. Our friend Linequin, friend of the pod, Linequin, they were directly told that because after their head injury, Linequin has like shared publicly about their head injury, so it's like it's not like I'm divulging anything that they haven't like divulged already, and they had to like live with themselves and like find a reason to live, and like they have their spouse left in as an echo, and they have a community too, which I'm a part of, and I think they would be fine with like um and I mean, I'm actually grateful that your job is able to keep you sober when it like does. And some people actually do kind of like bury themselves in work to kind of like working is to help distract your mind from depressing thoughts over like the loss of like the experience. Some people do that, but they can't be a healthy way. It's just like, hey, I gotta focus on my work so that I can like not think about dark thoughts, and work can be distracting in that way. And so I do wish that for even in like my ideal like society as well too, I wish there's an option for people to do work that they choose to do, that they want to do, even if it's they want a distraction as well too. Because yeah, like Joe McClary says exactly, because like that's pretty much like message Kirok sent me. He's like, we do not want you to drink yourself to death. And so it was concerning to me when you said that like your life has no purpose of living if you aren't able to work your job, but then to say that like you also wish that you don't wake up the next day is really, 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 really concerning, Kirok.
Yeah, that's I. You need to talk to someone because I've definitely been in that situation before
I
many
mean, hell,
times.
hell,
I'm not going
there's
to
our
shout at you, Mithril. I'm going to be quietly disdainful.
We only lost a physical problem. Rob is going to shout at me. We'll never lose like the one spirits. That's yeah. Drop Brunkman does have his atheism as well too, but he's not going to like dunk on our friends for their personal beliefs because we know that you are pagan and Mithril. Um,
Yep, yep.
but
He
that's a
worships
good
Odin.
idea. No, that's a good idea, Joe McClory. Of like, if like his works is keeping you from like drinking, maybe volunteer or join a club,
Mm-hmm.
find a community, a bowling league. I
Yep.
mean, if you're not gonna like, if you think a therapist is just there to yap at you for a paycheck, okay, find friends. Now you have established you live in a very red state, so maybe just don't talk politics with these friends unless you can be sure that like they're
There
at
is
least.
the Living Liberally umbrella. You're not a
Oh,
communist, so hanging out with liberals. You can. There's hiking liberally, knitting
hmm.
liberally, all sorts of things. There might be one of those close to you.
Oh yeah. Hiking. That's actually pretty
So you
good.
just go hang
Physical
out with a bunch of
exercise.
liberals. You go for a hike, and then you sit down and you be liberal together, and then you finish your hike.
Yeah. David's got deletes an inappropriate joke about spirits. Thank you for like resisting doing that, like David. Oh yeah, spirits in multiple ways. Yes. uh, I don't feel like I have a spirit or a human body. Sorry, geek. If I don't wake up tomorrow, so what? What about your daughter? Or what about your grandson? Um. And oh, okay, living liberally. Um, Garrick, have you ever called the crisis hotline? I have friends that did have to call a crisis hotline several times, as were. Uh,
I
it
believe
has
that you can
helped.
dial 988.
Mm,
Yep, that's a free thing like 911 if you're having a crisis.
yeah.
988.
I bet that I bet they will just like they be able to listen to you. That's that's important thing for like a therapist as well too. Even you say they just got paying like lots of money to yap at you. A good compassionate therapist, not people have had bad therapists as well too. Like Leonard had shared that like one
Mm-hmm.
therapist that they did went to. I was like, I did not think non-binary was a real thing. I honestly thought people just had like who were non-binary had mental issues. But now I meet you, I think that non-binary is a real thing. And that's when LQ decided, okay, I gotta see another therapist as well too, because like I don't think this one will work for me. And so some people do have like to find multiple therapists to try and find a good one. Like a friend of mine is like, yeah, that's a good one because like, oh, you have a metamorph. Oh, I know what that is. That's kind of cool. Yeah, no, it's like perfectly normal and like reasonable and healthy for like you to be friendly and like have good relations with your metamorphs. That's cool. It's like don't have to have the conversation about like polyamory, what that is, and like, or have judgment for that either as well too. Okay, cool. This is a good therapist. I can hang out with this therapist as well too. So it's yeah, it probably is true that like therapy is not for everyone or it doesn't work for everyone. But the thing is about like in true for addiction medicine as well too, as well as like therapy, as well as like medicine, is that the patient does have to be willing to do so. It doesn't work on people if the patient is unwilling to. Joe McClure, you probably can like actually speak to that since you do work for a facility where people are involuntarily receiving mental health as well too. Um, a book, Mitch was going to recommend a book, H is for Hawk by Helen McDonald. It's a very thoughtful book about grief. Now, that's the thing, Kirok. You can look up Greek, not Greek, grief management because it's I can't guarantee you that like your love for your father and your girlfriend and the loved ones that you have lost will go away. I I can't guarantee you the pain will go away, but there are better alternatives and healthier way to manage the pain and manage the grief and manage the zelts and loss. Oh god, yes, we have gotten so many that are not ready. Yeah, so it's kind of like there's a whole ethical debate about that sort of thing too. But yet like it is what it is, and Joe McClure works for a place that like works with like patients to receive mental health when and that's that our state issued that they have to go to the places that Joe McClure works at. So there is that, and we can have the discussion about that, but that's a whole other thing. I miss my grandmother dearly. I very much wish that I got to know her better. I miss my dog that was like put down when I was 18. I miss my cat who passed away 2 weeks after I moved away from Ontario. Uh, the the only personal loss I've had is like my dogs, my family dogs that I grew up with. Thankfully, I was like, do any of you know what it's like to like hold your deceased sons and clean up and hold them? No, but we're not saying that we don't. Are you saying that we don't feel for like the loved ones we lost, Kirok? I mean, granted, probably
Dude, I get it,
different.
you're in pain. That doesn't mean that it's a good idea to respond the way you are.
Yes.
It's a bad idea. It's a very bad idea. The alcohol is the wrong way to go about it.
Mm,
It's like if you have depression, cutting can help you like feel slightly better for a little while. That's not the way to deal with it.
yeah.
I mean,
Sounds far mysterious.
there's lots of bad responses to serious situations.
Hmm.
Alcohol is a terrible thing, a terrible way to respond to this situation.
Yeah, Joe McClure has kind of complex feelings about like his job and social workers in crisis, but there are net good and more than like cops in prison. I can definitely see that, Joe McClure. Um,
Especially
I
since
mean,
cops in prison are net bad.
I agree. Okay, it's the Kirok. You have seen my Fortnite streams. You probably see me when I get frustrated with Fortnite. I have admitted to that like I probably have a unhealthy relationship with Fortnite, but also a unhealthy relationship with my anger and frustration with Fortnite. People have expressed their concerns with me of how I react to Enter. I have on stream when I got third and frustrated myself for losing, slapped to the side of my head hard and screaming as well too. It was concerning to my viewers as well too. They wish I do not hit myself as well too. And someone like gave me like a link to like a website about like anger management and that sort of thing too. And one thing that was telling to me that has like caused me to think about like how I deal with my anger is that like we all want catharsis as well too. But yet hello comrade Ibot, but yet me slapping the side of my head doesn't help him with my anger. There is no catharsis. I cannot exhaust my anger. I cannot punch wall, which I haven't done. I have resisted punching a wall. that your heart's in pain, Kirok. That's why you're speaking from the heart. It's your heart's in pain.
Yeah. And the therapist isn't going to say things that's going to make everything be all better. The therapist is going to give you tools to help you work through this. Just like a doctor is not going to say something to, make a rash go away. They'll give you tools that will help the rash go away.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works. It's you go, they give you recommendations, you find a treatment that works, that helps, that deal with these things.
Yeah. Yeah, she has been concerned about me slapping inside of my head. I said other things like I was like punching myself, which like is triggering to like some of my friends. So if I said that, I should like put in spoilers text in the even in the event category as well too. And yeah, it's like me, even though I'm angry in the moment, me slapping the side of my head is not helping me with my anger or my frustration. They actually worsen it. And that's something in anger management, like article I read. It's like it's about catharsis. We all want catharsis, but it doesn't come. And it's just like, and seeking that is not healthy either. So I have to like manage my anger, manage my frustration, and find a healthy way to do it, even if it means like stop playing like Fortnite for the time being if I'm getting too frustrated with the game, and play something else like Skyrim. That's like play versus environment and up against other people, and I can play it slow and play it at my own pace. And like, oh, if like that boss is like too difficult for me, I can go off on another quest and do something else. I have to like take some initiative with my anger as well too. And yeah, is nowhere near in comparison in scale to the grief you feel, but I have to own up to how I deal with my anger as well as how my friends, the people that care about me, concerned for my well-being, my mental well-being, emotional well-being with that as well too. Which is why they wish I do not like express the anger or in the ways I do as well too. It concerns them when I express that, like the city has said. So I have been be acknowledged that, and I don't want like people to worry about me. I mean, even my financial health. I have reacted the way that John Parkman's. I have reacted the way that I've done when John Parkman suggested I should consider my financial health. But yet I do have to own up to that I'm not doing myself a service with that either as well too. To say that like, oh, it's not a problem or anything like that is kind of is a way for me to run away from that problem, especially since my friends who I give money to also say that I should take time off, I should take a vacation, I should look at my financial health as well too. They are also concerned about me too. So it's like,
Well, I did pay you back, Jonathan. So that was
oh, okay,
I.
yeah. No, this was not my intention to make you feel bad about that, Isaiah, as well too. Just like do know that I'm sure you were going to pay me back. Suppose I had no problem like helping you out when you asked for help. So too,
Yeah.
because like if I have the ability to, I will help out my friends. I help out Joanne and Robinson. I gave her like charged $25 to my credit card from PayPal so that she can eat yesterday because she was physically exhausted, tired. She had like a flare up of like her like condition of fibromyalgia, so she just couldn't cook, and so she did want to eat something and want to feed her kiddos something, so I gave her $25 so that she can order out as well too. And Garrick, I know that that sounds like a lot, that like someone responsible should be able to stretch out their food dollars and like eat oatmeal or something like that. um
I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I'm not horrible with money, but I sometimes do spend a lot of money on fast food sometimes.
I,
Mhm.
I have spent over $7,000 on Fortnite ever since I started playing it, like in May 2022. I should also own up that I'm not helping my financial like health with that either as well too. I probably should actually like cut back on that at least only like subscribe to Fortnite Crew and get the V-Bucks from the battle passes, maybe the occasional like packs that like will give me V-Bucks. And I know what the best value of like locker bundles or like packs are in Fortnite, so I shouldn't have to like spend $100 every 2 weeks or every month on like more V-Bucks when I have over 721 skins in Fortnite, and that's a lot. And Lucidia, for whatever reason, Magical Girls shows greatly like help her cope with stuff. Kirmok, if you feel bad or feel down, why don't you watch your favorite episode of Deep Space Nine? Watch The Visitor, or watch, I don't know, or watch like past tense or like a other great episode of the Space Nine if you're able to. And yeah, find community, even Zap community. We have a Discord, Kirok. I think the link for the Discord is in the description. Yes. You can join that. If we don't have event channel there, you can share. If I don't, I think I do have. Yes, there is event channel there, so you can just like honestly say hey what you're going through if you're going through something. So there you go. Um, I didn't. We believed you, Kirok. We didn't think you were a liar. You have been like very honest about that openly. We understand that, and yeah, we don't. This is why we're reacting this way and expressing our concerns for you in this way because we believe you. Because we believe the loss of your grandson is so great, and that like we do believe you're drinking that much, and it does honestly concern us. So um change the topic. Speaking of like entertainment as well too, like magical girl shows, like the city I mentioned, or like Star Trek as well too. I kind of this was kind of brought up on C-Trac's Patreon hangout not too long ago about like because we were talking about trans issues and how like that sort of thing as well too because like yeah there's a hatred against trans people not just recently but like for decades honestly I have to give up multiplayer games even before they became invested with microtransactions because they were toxic for me. Yeah, I and some of the people that I watch that like regular play like multiplayer like games PvP shooters they all can like say that like they all have a toxic relationship with like the multiplayer games. Most but I see most of them they honestly don't care. It's like oh I died oh whatever and be able to queue up and like play for the next one or they're not upset or angry, but they are depressed. But yet then queue up and like play another one. But sometimes they'll like, I'm done for Fortnite today, and they'll like log off and like do something else for the day. But something to came back. They everyone that plays PvP shooters like Call of Duty, Exit Violent, or like Battlefield, or like Apex Legends and Overwatch, they it seems like especially all of them that like play it regularly or enough times, they and they all have a love-hate relationship from it. But yeah, some of us like they have an unhealthy relationship with it as well too. I'm still gonna play like Fortnite later today, but like I should be more mindful about that. Awesome J. All right, Austin. Yep. We are sorry for your loss. Sorry, Austin. We are sorry that you're no longer with us. Yep, that's fine. You don't mention his last name. No.
That's fine.
Keep
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have to share his like first name if you didn't want to as well too. Hmm. But speaking of media and how the trans representation in media as well as their representation, it kind of like we all established how like so for now, gay's been accepted. Being a gay man has been accepted, as there are gay Republicans, for example. And it's like a overwhelming that took a long time. One thing that kind of does help with that, I think it was mostly that like everyone had a gay uncle eventually. So like they knew someone who was gay, or even Jack Cheney has like a lesbian daughter. So like there's that. But like representation does also help that of like many people don't know or have not met a trans person because we're 1% or 2% of the population worldwide. And so like, yeah, the only time might hear about trans people is in attack ads or in like fascist propaganda from the Thuglicans as well too. But that's why the media is also important to represent like trans people's and queer people's experiences. The She-Ra cartoon, Steven Universe, Owl House from Disney. Which, speaking of Disney, unfortunately, a few weeks ago, because of like the election, Disney actually just shelved a show from a show I'd never seen before, a cartoon show. Apparently, it's Marvel. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. But this particular episode, that thankfully got saved in the web archive, but that's the new link to web archive. There was original link to the web archive, but that video got removed. But this video is still there. Um, it's a what Disney chose not to air this episode because it's about a girls volleyball team. The main characters are all members of the girls volleyball team and the team captain, the player captain. Um, Well, she said in a long time, hey, it's great to like do these things. It reminds me of back when I used to play on the boys team and the coach of the rival team. It happens naturally, it's not all white people, but like it's a blonde hair white woman that's like, here's a boys team, a boys team, a boys team, a boys team. And that was the focus of the episode. That one of the characters, Brooklyn, I think's her name, is trans. And that's why this episode got shelved on Disney because of the incoming administration. Uh, Derek, I don't want to shame you for like drinking to numb the pain. I'm concerned about you. That's I'm not that my goal is not to try to like shame you. My goal can I be honest? Do you believe I'm not being honest about like my concern for you? Because yeah, I feel like I'm not reaching you. That's unfortunate, but like I've said what I said, and we have all said what I said about this. So I was like, if you're not willing to listen, that's unfortunate. You can lead a horse to water, but like you can't make the horse drink it.
Yeah, it's not about shame, it's about concern.
hmm
Although the 12 steps programs, it is about shame.
Yeah, honestly. I can see how I can see how it's perceived as shame, and I definitely see how people can interpret it as shame, and I can definitely see how the trap steps program is about shame. Um, but yeah. Uh, what are the pieces? So that link, the what are correct link, I should post it into like this Discord under like media on the margins. Oh yeah, I did not. I'll also share the links to like the. Oh, I did not post it on Twitter. Damn it! I did not post it on like Blue Sky either, or on Threads. Damn it! I did not post the go live link on like on our Facebook either. Did I post it on? So I posted to all of like the Discord servers I'm in, but I did not like finally click the posts on Threads, Blue Sky, Twitter, or Facebook.
But we still
We
had a
have
pretty good
a
crowd.
And we have 8 people watching, so like people that can thank you so much, Copyright iBot and others and Lucidia for like coming in like watching as well too. But it's like, oh boy, I was hoping that like, I've been getting a lot of traction on like Tumblr too, because like some of the videos I share on like Tumblr, some of my videos have been getting views like 100 for one as well too, which is like more than like 20 or 30 I usually get, or like 5 and 6 as well too. Um, yeah, the drinking smothers the problem. It does not help the problems. Like I said, the analogy I gave is like you want to clean up the room, but all you're doing is just like hiding the mess underneath the bed. That doesn't clean up the room. That is hiding the mess. You're hiding away the problems. The drinking does not numb your pain. You're hiding from the pain.
Mhm.
So but I personally actually don't like eggs because I'm allergic to it. So I don't know what you're trying to say, Kirok. And sometimes I like ham can be too much for me. Thankfully, like I enjoy ham, so I will eat ham. And it's not that the eggs are green I have a problem with. It's just because that can be green food coloring. I'm allergic to eggs. I could eat them, but I really have an allergic reaction to them, like I did like on Saturday to I don't know what I ate. But it wasn't something I should have. Yes, I know it's Dr. Seuss. I know you're quoting something, but I still don't not see the connection. Because, like, honestly, you're like you will be the person that like says I do not eat green eggs and ham. I do not eat Sam I am. You're the one refusing. I need a garden rake to clean under the bed last time. That was my pup's fault. Oh, I love my dogs. They did actually sleep underneath my bed and like because no I would if I did close my door you still see the scratch marks to this day unless they were the people that now live in that house replaced the door. No, my dog would scratch at it if he wasn't able to like come in and like sleep underneath my bed. And so when I did clean out the underneath bed, oh. a lovely present that my dog left me from years ago because this piece of poo is dried up. Well, gotta get rid of it and like clean that carpet. Uh, yeah, I love my dogs. It's like, yeah, I wake up like, well, I'm being chased by a ravenous like a wolf that's like me yelping at me, barking at me. He's like, oh, Adra, one of my dogs. You want on side, don't you? Okay, yeah. I guess it's a good alarm as well too to wake up to your dog wanting to go outside. This piece of poo will be a president one day. President one day. Oh God! At this point, I will take a little turd over like the. Now, I'm still
Almost everyone
considering.
we've had running for the president for the last 240 years.
Yeah, exactly. There's been some decent people that are not as horrible as others. They only do a little genocide, but not a lot of genocide. Um, I mean, uh, okay, but like, you can build high tolerance to alcohol, but that is a sign of alcoholism as well too. You say that you're not trying to end your existence, but you kind of wish that as well too. Yeah, Garfield for president. He didn't like Mondays. That's a different Garfield, but yet I kind of would rather a cartoon orange cat be president. Honestly, at this point. I at least know why Garfield's demanding there be more lasagna every day, like he has to have lasagna. Even though he's a cat, he should not eat meat. No, he should not eat non-meat stuff. He's like cats should not eat plant stuff. They are carnivores. They have to eat meat. So no, feeding your cat lasagna is bad. Uh, well, anyhow,
Let's
Lucy
see,
mentioned
what
about
else
like
is going on this week?
yeah, yes, I would be heartbreaking, Kirok.
I'm not going to ban you for that one, Deskog.
I mean, one was definitely terrible and one was less terrible.
Teddy Roosevelt tried to end slavery and failed.
Yeah.
FDR gave us embedded liberalism instead of laissez-faire liberalism.
Yeah.
And he actually succeeded at ending slavery.
Yeah.
But only for propaganda purposes.
Yes. Exactly.
So, arguably, he successfully beat the Nazis in the U.S. by not moving to the right, but instead by doing what Keynes suggested, and preventing capitalism from failing.
Yeah.
So I'm going out to dinner tonight as an early birthday thing.
Nice.
So
Nice.
Where are you going to?
Olive Garden.
Ah. I've been there. The food's okay. But my honestly problem with it is like I'm not sure if like the pasta is like something I can eat if the pasta made with eggs or not. I know the lasagna is, so it's just like I honestly have to pick and choose like what to eat at the Olive Garden. But that's because of my egg allergy, which is unfortunate as well too. Because I would love to eat food and not have to worry about like if this food's going to make me sick. Because yeah, like the coworker gave me, I guess, some kind of cheese. So like, but it looked like a kind of custard thing as well too. I should have been like suspicious of it as well too, because like yeah, on like not yesterday, but last week Saturday, I did eat that, and I immediately felt this like I should not have ate this. I know my body too in terms of allergic reaction as well too. You heard about Olive Garden? It's an okay Italian restaurant. It's Italian themed restaurant as well too.
Yeah, Olive Garden is basically where you go to get 2 days worth of calories in a single sitting.
Yes, exactly. And their breadsticks are actually okay and pretty good, and they're unlimited as well too.
Mm-hmm.
You can get unlimited salad, so have that more healthier option as well too. It's even though it's just like iceberg lettuce salad. Honestly, spinach in like a salad is a lot better, in my opinion. There's a lot more nutrients in like spinach than in like iceberg lettuce as well too. Olive Garden screwed you over. Damn. I mean, Yeah, I don't blame you if that's a reaction to their food or their services or their prices as well too, because like unfortunately prices for a lot of things have gone up. A friend of mine just like said he was going to a teriyaki place and like they said to me, "What do I want?" As well too. I got the spicy pork. Should have got the hot spicy pork because the meat and spicy pork was not that spicy to me. But it's like I looked at prices. Wow, $19 for a spicy pork. That used to be like 10. The prices have gone up as well too. Yeah, no, no, yeah, like Olive Garden is Jane as well too. Yeah, that's guys like it's not just like uh, I mean, there are some places that kind of are changed, but it's still very localized. Because I never know of walls or sheets because apparently those are kind of like they're not like gas stations or grocery stores. There's like a weird kind of like hybrid of that sort of thing too, where there is a gas station and they have like a Quickie Mart or 7-Eleven attached to it, but it's a bigger, larger Quickie Mart or 7-Eleven that's like almost its own grocery store, but they also serve hot foods as well too. Apparently their sliders or like their sandwiches are like really good as well too. And like there's like I have never had cavers. No, I don't know what that is. But he's up to you can like learn about a different culture and offer like advice when he's like driving they driving me up the wall. Oh, Mithril, your grandson. Yeah, the joys of being a grandparent as well too. I think Mithril is saying that like if
You
you
can
want to
share
like
vicariously in the joy of his
yes,
grandson.
because yes, because like Mithril is taking care of his grandson right now, so like you can live vicariously through like Mithril of like the joys of like raising a grandson. But like Kirok, you still have another grandchild. You lost his most recent one, but you still have another one, and you still have a daughter. I mean, definitely live for them as well too. Don't live just for your job. Is that some kind of VD? Cavers does sound like a venereal disease, doesn't it? Hey, what do you got? I got crabs. What do you got? I got cavers.
What are cappers again?
I'm gonna have to look this up, like Joe McClory, because I
I
definitely
think
did not.
because I heard it from a Star Trek TNG episode. I was just trying
You
to
mean
wonder
Culver's?
what they.
Because
Yeah,
Culver's is a restaurant.
well, put the name of it in chat. There. That's it's a American fast food like a restaurant chain. So where's this locations? Honestly, like it seemed to be like a burger joint as well too. But use my location. What's the nearest one to me? If there, oh yeah, okay, have to allow. Sure, this website can like track my thing. All right, Seattle,
I
Washington
gotta,
State.
but I gotta run, guys.
Yeah, we should end show as well too. This is around like our usual like end time as well too. There are no like restaurants near your location. So maybe it's like maybe like a location
It
in
started in the
Wisconsin.
Midwest in Wisconsin. They have some down here in South Carolina. So
I see. Nope, we don't have like Culvers in like our area as well. Yeah, it sounds like mostly misread things. Do they have pasties? I actually had pasties when I was in Michigan.
butter burgers, fried
Mm,
cheese.
oh yeah. Ah, healthy options. That's interesting. And I don't besmirch people as well too. Eat what you want as long as that it is your body, it is your choice, which I guess can also extend to like alcohol as well too. But like I'll be concerned about someone I care about if they're drinking if drink some like one glass a night, okay, that's fine. But like drinking a whole bottle a night,
Hmm.
no, that's way too much.
Yeah.
So anyway,
It's been an
Isaiah
hour and a
Taylor.
half, and I definitely have heart out. I got to pick my brother up from the airport.
Okay.
So
So
Okay, I'm gonna take a little nap before it's time for me to clock out because there's literally nothing else to do today. So I
I
can
feel that.
so I can be rested for when we go out to dinner tonight.
Mushroom burgers. Okay. Is that like a burger with mushrooms on it, or is it a burger patty made of mushrooms? Because like there are some vegan patties that are made of portobello mushrooms. That's like sounds good. But either way, I would try it. That sounds good. But yeah, Isaiah Taylor does have like Instagram where you can check out his like models ships or his cosplay he's working on and Galactic Cosplay Crafts. I'm Summer
Yeah,
Geek.
and then I
Summer
got banned off Reddit
what?
permanently.
You
Yeah, I
got
got
banned?
permanently. Yeah, I got banned off of Reddit permanently. I don't know what happened. I think I asked a question about I think on my like autism group about like Was it like, is it bad that black people are always afraid of white folks? And I guess I got banned for that.
That's interesting. Well, I'm not on Reddit anyway, so it's like maybe you can find me there, but like there's not any Reddits that I follow regularly, so it's like I just forget that I have a Reddit account as well too. I don't do anything on Reddit as well too. But yeah, but I am Summary Geek. Oh, Swiss and Mushroom Burger. Okay, that sounds good. I think I can try a Swiss mushroom burger as well too. But I'm Summer Geek on Blue Sky, Threads, Tumblr, um, Twitter. Hopefully I remember to post my going live streams this time around too. But I'm also on like Twitch and YouTube, and I'll be like get off this call and start streaming on like Twitch and YouTube. I'm like I said I was going to play Fortnite. Maybe we'll still play Fortnite. Maybe we'll see as well too. It depends on I feel like it. I feel like playing Fortnite, so I'll do that. And John Brockman, you're part of another podcast, aren't you?
Yep, Dungeons and Debacles. We play D&D. We're kind of cops, which is unfortunate.
Yes.
But I'm hoping to replace my big, gruff cop character with a cat who's kind of insane. Like literally a cat. Not a cat person, but a cat.
I literally a cat. Nice. Don't forget, like,
muffin.
I mean, hey, decent comic books. They have Detective Chimp, an actual talking chimp that is a detective. So it's not that a actual cat that is like martial artist is not that surprising. Don't forget to check out the Journey Links page if you have any extra money that you can throw to some of our friends and comrades as well too. As well, there's other resources in there, including resources for trans folks to like find consent-based like HRT clinics or like resources for like
ways to survive after the Republicans make them illegal.
Yes, exactly. Don't forget to practice self-care and take care of yourselves all. So thanks for watching.
Happy holidays.
Yep, happy holidays to celebrate.
And try to eat a lot this Thursday and then burn America down.
Yes.
Well, I mean, my
Oh wait, how did Steve answer my question on Friday?
Oh wait, Riot. Oh yeah. You said to ask the question, Riot. He said after you. It's like, if you think that it comes down to that, if you think that like there's no other like way to like progress this like that, sure thing, after you.
Okay, good. I'm glad he didn't rule it out because normally he's kind of a lip.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Love you
Dr.
all.
Nook.